Coco Gauff buys $15 million oceanfront. Villa for mom. Responds to Shay with 12. Words that shook the internet. The sun melted into the Atlantic horizon, turning the water gold. Waves whispered against the private shore of a newly purchased mansion. 12,000 square feet of glass marble in peace. Inside stood Coco, Gauff 21, barefoot, dressed in a flowing white sundress. Her gaze was steady, her smile soft. She wasn't thinking about her trophies, her fame, or the million she had earned. She was thinking about her mother beside her. Candy Gauff wiped away tears as she stared out at the ocean view. You said this was for me? Coco. Coco nodded, her voice trembling. You spent your life building my world, Mom. Now it's my turn to build yours. That night, the world would find out about the $15 million oceanfront villa. But what no one expected was how Coco, Gauff's 12-word response to criticism, would echo across the internet, defining a new chapter of her life. The gift no trophy could match. The villa sat on Palm Beach's Millionaire Row, a stretch of paradise where power and privacy met. The sound of crashing waves, glass walls, open to the sea. The infinity pool stretched toward the horizon. Inside, the decor whispered elegance. White stones, soft linens, and sunlight that painted everything golden. But for Coco, it wasn't about luxury. It was about legacy. She remembered the early mornings when her mom woke her up for practice before dawn, when money was tight and belief was everything. You'll thank me one day, her mom used to say, smiling as she packed a racket bag. Not with words, with your wings. Coco never forgot that, and now as she handed her Mom the keys to a house that faced the endless sea, she said softly, you gave me wings, Mom. Here's your sky. The internet finds out it started with a single Instagram post, a sunset photo. Coco and her mom standing hand in hand, with a caption for the woman who believed in me before the world did. Welcome home, Mom. Red Heart, Desert, Island. Within minutes, it went viral. Fans flooded the comments. This is what success looks like. She's not just winning matches. She's winning life. From Delray Beach to a Palm Beach villa. What a journey. But where there's light, shadows soon follow. The shade begins. The gossip blogs picked it up first. Then came the cynical tweets, the think pieces, the noise. 15 million. That's excessive. Athletes these days don't value money. She should focus on tennis, not luxury. A popular sports pundit even said on live TV, Coco's a great athlete, but maybe she's losing focus. You don't buy mansions when you're supposed to be building legacies. It was meant to sting. And for a brief moment, it did. Coco scrolled to the comments late that night, sitting on the balcony, the moonlight painting the wave. Silver. She wasn't angry, just disappointed. They don't know, Mom, she whispered. They never saw what we went through, remembering the struggle. Flashback. Delray Beach, Florida. A teenage Coco stood on a cracked tennis court under blistering sun, sweat pouring down her face. Her shoes were worn, her racket strung with second-hand strings. Her mother, Candy, stood courtside clapping encouragement. Despite the heat, they couldn't afford expensive coaching camps. Then her mom filmed matches on old iPhone and studied them late at night, teaching herself how to help her daughter improve. Her father worked multiple jobs to pay for travel and tournament fees. Sometimes they'd share one hotel room with 3 other young players. But through it all, Ken's voice was unwavering. Remember, Coco, it's not where you start, it's how strong your belief runs. That belief carried them from local courts to global arenas, from borrowed rackets to $1 million trophies. from prayers to Palm Beach. So when Coco read those hurtful comments, she didn't see jealousy. She saw ignorance. She knew her truth, the interview that changed everything. Days later, Coco sat across from a reporter from the New York Times magazine. The interviewer asked casually, but pointedly, "There's been some backlash about your new home for your mother. What do you say to those who call it unnecessary extravagance?" For a moment, Coco just smiled. Her silence stretched, graceful, unbothered, powerful. Then she leaned forward and delivered 12 words that would ripple across the internet like thunder. Luxury is temporary, but gratitude, that's what wealth truly looks like. The reporter froze. Coco didn't flinch. Her tone wasn't offensive. It was soulful, grounded, real. That clip went viral within hours. The 12 words that shook the internet. Twitter exploded. Instagram reels flooded. TikTok edits played her quote over slow motion footage of her matches, her family hugs, her mother cheering. Courtside, fans captioned it simply, hashtag gratitude as celebrities reposted it. Serena Williams commented, "Say it louder for the ones who forgot where they came from." LeBron James quoted her line with 3 clapping emojis. Even Oprah Winfrey reposted it with a caption, "Wisdom beyond her years." Gratitude turns victory into legacy. For Coco, it wasn't about virality. It was about truth, because behind every dollar that $15 million house was A000. Hours of sweat, tears, and sacrifice. It wasn't a mansion. It was a thank you. The villa as a symbol. The media called it the Goth Estate. Fans called it Candy's Castle. But Coco preferred something simpler. She called it the Promise House. Each room had meaning. The living room walls were lined with framed childhood photos. Coco at 10, holding her first junior trophy. The study was decorated with inspirational quotes her mom had taped on the refrigerator growing up. The kitchen, her mom's favorite spot, was built with glass windows that faced the sea. "You used to cook while watching me play." Coco told her, "Now you can cook while watching the waves." At the center of the house, in a quiet corner by the staircase, hung a plaque that read, "To my first coach, my loudest cheerleader, my forever home." The internet's final word. Months later, as the world moved on to the next viral moment, one post still lingered. A fan montage that showed clips of Coco's journey, her childhood, photos on crack courts, her mom cheering, through tears, the new villa by the sea, and her speaking those 12 words with calm conviction. The video ended with text fading across the screen. "You can buy houses, you can buy cars, but you can't buy the kind of love that raised Coco Gauff." Millions watched it. Millions felt it. And somewhere on her balcony, overlooking the ocean, Coco watched too, smiling quietly, her heart full. What gratitude built, the world will remember. Coco Gauff for her speed, her power, her titles. But her truest victory came not from lifting trophies, but from lifting others. The ocean whispered outside the villa, the same sea that carried her. Story from heartbreak to glory, from humble beginnings to lasting purpose. She turned to her mom, who stood beside, her eyes glistening with pride. "You did good, baby." Her mom said, "No, Mom," Coco whispered, "we did good." And as the waves kissed the shore, the legend of Coco Gauff, the girl who gave everything back, grew deeper, brighter, and more eternal than ever before. Because long after the applause fades, what remains isn't the house, the trophies, or the fame. It's the love that built it all. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share.